we'll be seeing Christian Collins, and the tap is controlled by Chris Coleman, the 6'1 junior. Here's Coleman up top, and he went on the wing. That's LZ Harrington with the ball. Bounce pass underneath, whistle, and a quick foul. That foul will go against Amari Evans of Overtime Elite. Overtime Elite, very interesting model, which we'll be telling you more about and how they approach getting players to go to their school. Good defensive pressure. Up top. Here's Harrington on the drive. Kick it outside. Coleman for three. Swish. And Chris Coleman fills it up 3-0 in favor of the Tribe. The Tribe out of Bellflower, California, the 2024 regional champs. So OTE takes it over, and we've got a charge outside. So the ball will be turned over for the first time tonight. Doug Martin, the head coach of Overtime Elite, OTE. And Matt Dunn has been the head coach since 2015 at St. John Bosco. And tonight they are referred to as the Tribe. Dribble penetration and outside, that is Christian Collins off the miss. And the rebound to OTE. Amari Evans pulls up for three. That's going to be short. Outside, Coleman lost the handle. Batted around, Coleman. And inside, layup and one. So LZ Harrington with a chance for three. Oh, that's Brandon McCoy at the line. Number change, of course. Number 44, McCoy. Free throw is good. And they can't get the buzzer to turn off here. So the clock now finally starts. Dribble penetration and the slam dunk underneath Amari Evans. So Evans on the dunk. They're going to check out the issues with the clock. Well, that was a heck of a dunk that we just saw right there. 6-2 should be the score in favor of the Tribe. So they're going to fix the scoreboard. There we go. Under 14.5 to go here in the first half. That was McCoy outside. Underneath, getting tangled up was Collins. And that ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay the same way with 12 seconds on the shot clock remaining. LZ Harrington off the inbounds. He threw it in. And a whistle up top. And that goes against Amari Evans. And quickly, that's his second personal foul. His team trailing 6-2. So we'll have to see now what they do in the absence of Evans, who had that sensational slam dunk. That shot's going to be blocked underneath, as we saw Harrington going up with the shot. Off the miss, and the rebound comes down to Overtime Elite. Here's Overtime Elite into the forecourt. Malik Thomas. Malik Thomas goes inside, draws the foul. So Malik Thomas at 6'4", a 5-star recruit. And Thomas will go to the free throw line. So I'm going to tell you about this Overtime Elite program founded by Dan Porter and Zach Weiner back in the 2021-22 campaign. And he misses the first of two. Porter, the founder and CEO of Overtime, a digital sports media company. And so he wound up sinking a lot of money into this program. They built a facility in Atlanta, both misses. Battle for the offensive glass underneath. And the reverse layup is good for two. And That was Kai Rogers. Kai Rogers inside. And so this program was actually started just 3 years ago. They built their own arena. There's a turnover. It goes back over to OTE. And so the arena there, downtown Atlanta, and they lure high school and collegiate-aged athletes. And it's a take it or leave it sort of proposition. So you can either have a $100,000 scholarship or turn pro and get $100,000 in cash. Off that miss from deep, that was Rogers on the jumper. And Wu underneath tries to grab the ball, goes up underhanded, reverse style for two. So Howie Wu gives his team a 4-point lead. So the miss, Wu battled for it underneath. LZ Harrington, dunk! LZ Harrington, 4-star guard, top 10 recruit, headed for Harvard to play for Tommy Amaker. And there's going to be a turnover right there. Slow start for OTE. And we're going to have some substitutions coming in. Dominic Perfetti comes in for the Tribe. And Talon Kinney comes on for Overtime Elite. So $100,000. Either you take the scholarship. It sounds like a game show, right? Either you take the scholarship and you play there with some of the top athletes in basketball, or you turn pro, and then they help you to get a pro contract and work with you there. So it's really a cool thing there that they've built, and $100,000, 100,000. That's kind of tempting. So for OTE, they have a couple of substitutes already for OTE. Brandon McCoy will go to the free throw line out of the class of 2026. 10-4 in favor of the Tribe over OTE Academy. And so they did have the most popular players that really went there. Second free throw is good. Most popular players in this 3-year span, Amin and Asor, the Thompson twins. So Amin plays for the university, or rather plays for the Houston Rockets, I should say. They were both draft picks. They turned pro and took the option of turning pro and making the $100,000. And then Asar Thompson was out due to an illness last I checked on the wire, and he plays for the Detroit Pistons. Three-pointer on the way. That's going to be an air ball thrown up. Here's the Tribe back the other way. Good penetration outside. And there was Coleman off the miss. So this will be a fresh 30-second shot clock. The Tribe, and hey, if this team came from Atlanta, they might be a little bit tired here. It started at 9:30 local time. We appreciate everyone tuning in wherever you're at. Underneath, wow, that's a wild shot taken by Brandon McCoy. And it's out of bounds. Let's see, they'll give it to OTE. So Parker Robinson checks in. Talon Kinney.
We're on Bulldogs, not league ready on this one.
Okay, we had a late change. We are on Bulldogs tonight. And the layup for two underneath. Parker Robinson just fresh off the bench. So you are tuned in to tonight's broadcast on Bulldogs here. Of course, the YouTube channel, which covers the gamut of all high school sports. Back the other way, and here's going to be a dunk underneath by Brandon McCoy. So McCoy with the bucket, the slam dunk, the fast break, and the Tribe with a 14-6 lead, and we'll keep it right here. So we just see this early lead, the early advantage for St. John Bosco out of Bellflower, California. And Matt Dunn has been the head coach at St. John Bosco since 2015, a record of 447 and 184. And he's got a pretty experienced team here, a good class, and he's got a lot of height, a lot of good size there, and we see how athletic they are. Again, they've got some 4 stars and a couple of 3 stars. And the most interesting story for St. John Bosco, that of Christian Collins. Collins, over the summer, get this, he grew a foot. So he was 5'8", and now he is officially 6 foot 8 inches tall. We went back, we looked at David Robinson. So David Robinson, when he was in high school as a junior, he was 5'9" and grew to be 7'1" when he was at the Naval Academy in his junior year. 14-6 is your score. We're going to get a moving screen, perhaps. Yeah, we sure did. That is on Mustafa Diop, I should say, the top 15 prospect, the junior from North Carolina. So Diop on that foul, and that'll be his first personal. But OTE Academy now with 5 fouls on the evening. McCoy had it up top, and here goes Collins. That's the kid that grew a foot. He grew an entire foot. Imagine you're 5'8", and then you go back to school, and they're like, holy smokes, look at this kid. Offensive rebound. And that was Collins. Oh, no, sorry. That was McCoy on the fadeaway. So it's a 10-point lead. To me, this is a little bit of a surprise. Malik Thomas up top turns it over. Back the other way. Harrington with the finish for 2. 12-point lead. I mean, these are a bunch of players for OTE that are fast-tracked. Sizing up the three-point attempt outside, that was Humidic. And the ball out of bounds after the foul on Brandon McCoy, so they will trigger it in bounds. Overtime elite. Malik Thomas, here's Thomas. He pulls up with the jumper. That's going to be long. Rebound underneath as Gavin Dean Moss, the point guard, is now into the game. McCoy. 2-man game. Crossover, 3-pointer on the way. Swish! Holy smokes. McCoy is being sought after by Kentucky currently. That's one of the schools that has really been in on him. And if you're watching tonight's game, they have a coach's lounge across the way. And every coach in America at every major program is here in attendance tonight. The rebound by Brandon McCoy, class of 26. And he played with USA Basketball over the summer. They clamped the double team. And that 3-point jumper is going to be off the mark. Cleaned up by McCoy. McCoy went up for the shot on the reverse. And that will be a held ball, jump ball. And the possession arrow will favor OTE. So Makai Tucker reports in for Overtime Elite. Doug Martin, the head coach. That was Tucker handling the ball. Oh, nice move, crossover. Off the miss. The Tribe have it. Gavin Dean Moss off the handoff. Harrington. Again, Dean Moss. Moss really fast, but has the ball stripped away. Picked up by Harrington, 12 on the shot clock. Harrington deep outside, and that was Collins off the miss. Offensive rebound. And then the ball squirts loose, and the slam dunk back the other way by Parker Robinson. So Robinson makes it a 13-point game with his first basket of the night. Here's a fast break again. Robinson tries to finish, cannot. Offensive rebound, no. And finally, we have the Tribe coming down with it, but the ball is turned over. Let's see, there's a whistle on the play and a foul. And this will go. And that goes against Robinson. And that's his first personal, second, or fifth team foul. 21-8 is your score. Tribe with the basketball. Have some good ball movement. Coleman had it, then deep in the corner. That shot will ring out. The shot was attempted deep by Max Ellis off the bench. Line drive shot, and now just one and done for the overtime elite team. Oh, nice cross. Dribble drive. Basket will not stick for Collins. He'll go to the free throw line and shoot two. So Collins is very long and lean. Malik Thomas, that'll be his first personal foul. No shot, not in the act of shooting. Bosco will take the ball inbounds. They get it in up high for Ellis. Ellis has Harrington on the wing. Terminates the dribble, deep outside. And the ball is knocked away again. Off the steal by Tucker. And underneath, the basket won't go. And then the follow-up for two by Kai Rogers. Kai Rogers with the basket. And here comes OTE Academy trailing by 11. So a couple of big turnovers in those last two possessions for the Tribe. The post up down low. And the finish underneath by Christian Collins. At 5'8", I guarantee you he could not do that. But at 6'8", oh yeah, no problem. Howie Wu, the 7-footer, getting set to check back in, along with Brandon McCoy for the Tribe.
The Tribe foul number 5, Max Ellis.
Foul was on Max Ellis. That'll be his first personal foul. The top tailing Kinney. And the ball's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Tribe. So just 2 seconds went off of the shot clock. And up top, Makai Tucker with the basketball. The step back jumper from deep. And that was no good. And underneath, the scramble for the basketball. They get it back out. Telling Kinney with a 15-footer. No. Wu gets tripped up. There's no whistle there. It looked like a travel there. It looked like he was pushed. And again, here is Collins from three-point range. Can't get it to go. Now they want to run back the other way. And Talon Kinney draws the foul. And this will go against the Tribe. And that is on Chris Coleman. The foul situation on the scoreboard is all screwed up. I'm not going to lie. I think both teams are now in the bonus. Apparently, off the turnover, LZ Harrington. Harrington, and down the lane, and the scoop shot for two more for Christian Collins. Collins is a good-looking player. Telling Kinney. Jasper Johnson. Malik Thomas from three-point range. No. And I think that went off the head. It appeared as though it went off the head of one of the players there for overtime elite. Jamar Taylor comes in for the Tribe. The inbounds. And they finally get it in to Tucker. Tucker down the low block, and then outside jump shot, no good from distance there. Chris Coleman on the foul. Third team foul. Okay, they got it straight now. They had 5 up there earlier. So let's see. They did have Jasper Johnson just chucking up shots, but he is now sitting down. Kai Rogers comes inbounds to him. Short corner. Kick out up top. Back over, and that is Kai Rogers. And the rebound deflected out of bounds and last touched by OTE. Appreciate everyone tuning in this evening and early morning, wherever you might be around the country. Some good high school hoops here on Ball Dogs on YouTube near Steele. And that was McCoy finally gathered it and then throws it out of bounds. 15-point advantage for the Tribe. We have a ton of games tomorrow on League Ready that you might want to check out, and we'll give you a schedule here shortly. The ball bounded out underneath, again, the battle inside. And OTE has the basketball. Oh, nice cut underneath Talon Kinney. So Kinney, who they say is good in the classroom, and he is ranked 21st in high school basketball in the 2026 class. And that was McCoy. Oh boy, that one was way off the mark. And Kinney now back the other way. Kinney in traffic, Euro step, has nowhere to go. They swing it around, and then deep in the corner, that triple was up by Thomas and good. Malik Thomas makes it a 10-point game. Inbounds. And the steal and the near basket underneath. And that was Makai Tucker who had the steal and just could not finish. End-to-end action. Amari Evans, who had 2 quick personal fouls. They keep saying second team foul. So I don't know. We know for a fact that Amari Evans had 2 like in the first minute. Okay, they'll get it in bounds. Cameron had the ball. And Wu deep in the corner. Nice cross-court pass, and the jumper no good for LZ Harrington. And out of bounds goes to OTE.
And number 43, LZ Harrington.
And so OTE will have possession of the basketball, down by 10, 3:37 to go here in the first half. We are coming to you once again from Coronado High School gym here in Henderson, Nevada, just outside of the Las Vegas Strip. The dribble penetration, ball knocked out of bounds as Evans went on the drive and went off his own man. Some unbelievable talent here this entire weekend, and if you're here locally, come on out and check it out, because it is unbelievable the talent that we've seen. AJ Dibansa, the #1 player in the nation, was in action earlier tonight from Utah Prep. A ton of talent. So the Tribe's basketball, and they're going to face some token pressure. Amari Evans out of the backcourt there is pressing up against Brandon McCoy. McCoy's got good handles. Dominic Perfetti into the game. He was on the high post. Now McCoy's going to pull up with a jumper from 18, and that hits off the side of the rim. And back the other way. They find a cutter, and that cutter was Kenny. Kenny drives, draws the foul. Well, that was a nice move off the crossover. That's against Howie Wu, and that'll be a second personal 7-footer, the junior. And so Talon Kinney goes to the free throw line out of Newport, Kentucky at 6'3". And that free throw rolls out. Howie Wu sits down. Christian Collins back in for the Tribe. Got Brandon McCoy out there. Second free throw was good, and it's down to single digits at a 9-point advantage for the Tribe. Boy, Makai Tucker, steal, layup, and one. Mekhi Tucker. Their pressure's something else here for OTE. They've gotten numerous steals already, at least 4 or 5. And again, just by trapping, and in that case, Mekhi Tucker is lightning fast. And he got the finish and won. And just draws iron, but they get the offensive rebound. That was Amari Evans. Evans with the rebound for OTE. Fresh timer. Kellen Kinney. Kinney, and over and back. So he couldn't save it in. And the ball goes back over to the Tribe. You better protect the ball because they are fast. They cut the lead down to 7. Up top, here's Brandon McCoy. Yeah, that pressure, you terminate the dribble a lot quicker. That turnaround in the lane, bank shot for 2. LZ Harrington. Harrington, the all-CIF Open Division selection. Penetration and the foul, and so we go back the other way. Parker Robinson and Talon Kinney. Kinney will go to the free throw line. Well, Overtime Elite is not helping their cause. They're not making free throws.
Number 2, Chris Coleman.
Eight-point advantage. Mustafa Diop is back in. Diop is very talented. Collins and Coleman. Perfetti. Dribble penetration. Harrington, his little floater again. He banks it home. It's not by accident, I don't think. Back to a 10-point lead at 29-19. And underneath, Diop went up with the shot. He gets hammered, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2. Christian Collins on the personal foul. Diop 6'10", out of North Carolina. Schools that have been looking at him, and you look across the way, and we see a lot of college coaches here: Ole Miss, Auburn, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, and Georgia Tech. That's all. Is that another missed free throw? Got to make those frees. It appears as though they're going to send Amari Evans to the bench. Might have drawn some blood there on his shoulder there. Yeah, you can see it there. So they're going to clean him up. Jasper Jackson will be taking his place. Diop second free throw, can't make it. Wow, a lot of opportunities, and it's still a 10-point lead. They've missed at least 5 free throws in this game. Under a minute and a half to go. First half of play. Back to the basket, Harrington. Oh, he wanted to do a little fadeaway move there, but he didn't. And then the drive underneath by Collins. He came up short. Rebound fought for. And out of the backcourt, high dribble by Kinney. They almost could have called a carry there on him. It was him and Tucker in the backcourt. They get the high screen and roll by Diop. And then the dribble penetration by Robinson. Shot clock is down to 8. And look, that's Robinson to the corner. And draws the front of the iron and off. One and done as the shot clock was wearing down. Lead-in jumper no good for Harrington. Rebound comes down to OTE. Parker Robinson. Robinson flips it outside. And we got a whistle on the drive.
Number 2, Chris Coleman. His third
Third personal on Christian Collins. So that foul's charged on Collins. Still have OTE Academy with 2 fouls. I think at some point we're going to shoot free throws. It might be in the bonus here coming up.
Entering for overtime leads, number 5, Malik Thomas.
Okay, it is free throws.
Tucker at the line, shooting 2.
So Micah Tucker goes to the free throw line. He's been impressive tonight, but can he make free throws? Yes. Makes good on the first of 2. Brandon McCoy set to come back in. He replaces Max Ellis. That overtime elite arena is something else. I've just seen some really cool videos, and if you have an opportunity for OTE, check out. They have a certain reality show that I watched on Amazon Prime. And it's pretty interesting. Here's a 2-on-1, bounce pass underneath, and the finish from Micah Tucker. Pressure paying off, down to a 6-point lead, under 10 seconds to go. Coast to coast, ball stolen away, 4, 3, here's Tucker, 2, 1, can they finish? No.
Yeah, that's the end of the first half. With the score.
So Malik Thomas with the miss, and we head to halftime. We'll have a short break here, and your score is the Tribe. The Tribe from Southern California, Bellflower, California. It is St. John Bosco High School leading the overtime elite squad by a score of 29-23 as we head to halftime, and we'll return with more shortly. Welcome back from Coronado High School here in Henderson, Nevada. And this is the Border League presented by the United States Marine Corps. And our stats tonight provided by Shot Tracker. And we are live tonight on Ball Dogs on the YouTube channel. Welcome aboard to everyone tuning in. Tomorrow we have an action-packed day starting at 2 o'clock. I'll be here on the call with Big Red against Bella Vista CIA Nike. So we'll have that game starting at 2, and we'll have, 8 or 9 or 10 or a dozen games to broadcast live here from Coronado High School. Tony Cardasco, welcome back. And at the break, the Tribe, the team from Bellflower, California, St. John Bosco, with a 6-point lead over OTE Academy. Since I was last here at this high school, they put in some nice scoreboards. It's beautiful. So with possession, here's Bosco and Elsie Harrington. Harrington, they tried to trap him. He gets it underneath. Nice bounce pass. And Christian Collins gets run into on the baseline. And so that goes against Kai Rogers. For Time Elite does not have a nickname. St. John Bosco does, the Tribe. That was Coleman with the basketball. Backing down his man is Harrington. His turnaround jumper, that's going to be deflected outside. And the rebound was put up and in. 31-23. OTE. That is Kinney. And the dribble penetration by Malik Thomas. The ball was knocked away, but they get it back. OTE, we got a whistle. Shot clock. They need to reset the shot clock, so we'll see what happens here. So they'll set it back to 15 seconds. Amari Evans. And the cross-court pass went to Kinney. Kinney pulls up, three-point range, and he makes it. And it's down to a 5-point lead, just chipping away. Ball's knocked away. It is stolen once again. Here's Kinney. Drive to the bucket, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. They're so quick. Chris Coleman on that personal foul. First team foul here in the second half, and at the line is Kinney from Newport, Kentucky at 6'3", class of 2026. Makes a free throw. And that's big news because in the first half, I think they missed 5 or 6. Down to a 4-point lead. Here comes OTE. And the Tribe with a 3-point advantage. Just that pressure. Here's Harrington. Layup attempt, no. The ball is kept alive. Harrington had it, and then it was stripped away. It's taken away by Malik Thomas. Oh, nice no-look pass, but to no one. Might have been deflected out of bounds. Malik Thomas will be charged with that turnover. The 5-star. Played for New Heights Lightning, EYBL. 9th in his class in the 24/7 rankings, which is 24/7. I think that's the compilation of a few rankings. Up top, here's Collins. Collins had a big first half. Put the ball on the floor, knocked out of bounds, but last touch by Christian Collins. So OTE, which is trailed throughout, with an opportunity to come back here. And off the miss, the layup for 2. So that was Kai Rogers. So Rogers makes it a 1-point game. Full court pressure. And that shot from outside is an air ball by McCoy. And looking to run again, it's OTE, and that shot was blocked, but they're going to call a foul. Jasper Johnson on the drive. Fifth personal foul on Chris Coleman, the 6'1 junior. And so 2 free throws coming up now for Jasper Johnson, 6'4", from the class of 2025. And because they're playing for the reputable team of Overtime Elite, a lot of these players are definitely getting looked at as prospects. They can't earn the bonus. It's been ridiculous the amount of free throws they've missed. Nice no look underneath, layup for 2 by LZ Harrington off the feed from Brandon McCoy. 33-31. And deep in the corner, no, the basket is waved off. Okay, so stepped out of bounds on that sideline out deep. So that was Malik Thomas, and back the other way. That shot's going to be short for Max Ellis. And then on the follow-up, a three-point attempt by Collins. No, Ellis with the rebound. Here's Brandon McCoy, crossover, in traffic, lay it up off glass. No, whistle and a foul. So we'll get free throws coming up here. Jasper Johnson with the personal. So Brandon McCoy Jr., and he played at that camp for USA Basketball over the summer and did quite well. Stock improves. And as we've seen in these tournaments, you can make a name for yourself with all of these college coaches here from all over. They set up a lounge area. I called it bougie, I think, on Twitter earlier tonight. So all the coaches across the way, it's a lounge area with couches. The only thing that's missing is bottle service and sparklers. That's about it. Second free throw's long. Rebound underneath to Diop. Overtime Elite trailing by 3. A chance to tie it up with a triple. And a whistle in the lane. So we're going to get a foul on the Tribe. On Perfetti, I believe. No, on Ellis. Second personal on Ellis. They were looking for a backdoor opportunity. They better get it in fast. And it's finally thrown inbounds to Johnson. And then Thomas with the finish. Back to a one-point ball game. Oh, nice inside lay-in for 2 for Christian Collins. Collins now with a 7-foot wingspan since that growth spurt. Imagine waking up over the summer and suddenly you grew a foot, an entire foot. That's a crazy story. Dribble penetration, that's Brett McCoy, and McCoy will be fouled in the act and will go to the free throw line. So the Tribe trying to add more distance between themselves and OTE. OTE Academy has not led in this game. There's so many good games that I want to see and broadcast for you all tomorrow. Again, games on League Ready starting at 2 o'clock. The Tribe will be back in action tomorrow. I'll be calling that game, and hopefully all the numbers will connect here in the right way, against Wasatch Academy. So that game tomorrow, 4:30, will be on the call here on League Ready. There's a lot of good games tomorrow, so just turn on League Ready starting at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. You'll see wall-to-wall action. Second free throw was good by McCoy. And speaking of wall-to-wall, over the summer, this St. John Bosco, growing up in New Jersey, our class trips were to Connecticut. And they went over the summer to China. I saw those photos on Instagram at the Great Wall of China. That was a connection. Amari Evans with the basket. back to a 3-point lead on the attack. St. John Bosco. Oh, boy, yeah, that foul's going to go against Makai Tucker. And he hit McCoy right in the nose. They call a blocking foul, but he took a forearm shiver to the nose, at least the bridge of his nose, so hopefully he's okay. Okay, so he gets up. That's good news. LZ Harrington checks back in. He replaces Gavin Dean Moss out of the class of 2026. No, Dean Moss is here. So McCoy checks out. Looks like McCoy's got blood on his jersey. Yeah, there's some chirping going on right now, so refs are going to get this under control. Well, that's a long inbounds pass. Stolen away, basket, and one for Malik Thomas. They just threw that ball away into the backcourt. So it's a 1-point game with 11 and a half to go. The foul against LZ Harrington. Harrington going to Harvard, 4-star guard, going to Harvard to play for Tommy Hamaker. I'd like to watch some footage there, some film, and has a good crossover, very, very fluid. And he was also recruited, LZ Harrington, of the Tribe by USC, UCLA, Arizona State. Very smart man going to Harvard. Another missed free throw. Could come back to cost the Tribe, rather OTE, I should say, in this game tonight. They trail by 1, but they should be leading in the contest if they made their free throws. Stolen away off the inbounds, and Malik Thomas with the finish. First time tonight at 39-38. You have overtime Elite with the lead. 11:18 to go in this one. The jump stop, they wanted a travel call outside deep. That was the miss. Thought it was Coleman with the miss. A whistle and a foul. And they're looking at Brandon McCoy. Howie Wu getting set to check back in. 15 foul. So I think we're going to be shooting free throws here with a long way to go. And this will be Adam Humidic, who will be at the free throw line. And I'm not going to spell his name for you, but that's how it is pronounced. The 4-star player from Arlington, Virginia at 6'5". Adam Humidic will be at the free throw line. We remind everyone, again, tomorrow, all that action coming up on League Ready. We'll see Iowa United against the Explorers. That should be a lot of fun in that contest. We saw some of these teams already in action tonight. The Explorers led by Caden and Cameron Boozer, the Boozer twins. Cameron got all the growth there, and Caden is a really good and efficient point guard. Cam Boozer in a win earlier tonight, 27 points, 7 for 7. Take that at the free throw line too. And his brother Caden had 4 turnovers and 5 assists while scoring 12 points. 12 points in the game. 0 for 3 from distance for Caden Boozer. So Caden is the point guard. Brother Cameron is a physical presence who is really good at the rim and can finish on the lay-ins and is a good rim protector. Very solid player fundamentally. Clank goes Adam Humidic. Just can't make their free throws tonight. In the preseason, 0 for 2 there. In the preseason, Humidic from Arlington, Virginia, 60% shooting and 68 points in the preseason. Off the dribble penetration, Christian Collins was going to the bucket, and he gets fouled. And some good-natured chirping underneath. So we get Christian Collins going to the free throw line. He was in that mini camp with USA Basketball along with Brandon McCoy, and they both really were impressive according to all the reports. Christian Collins being targeted by Texas, Kansas, Oregon, and SMU. More on those growth spurts. So Tim Duncan grew, I guess, in high school 8 inches, but not a foot. That's still the record in my book. So Collins gives his team a 1-point lead. There's a step back three-pointer, and that is money for Amari Evans. So Evans puts his team on top by a deuce with 10.5 to go. It's a nice stroke from outside. He was the defensive player of the year, but here's an answer, and that's Christian Collins. Collins with a great smile. And we saw back and forth. Nope, there's no answer there on the heat check from deep by Evans. And then the follow-up bucket for 2. And that was by Mustafa Diop underneath. Seesaw battle. Another lead change in this contest. Outside and deep. Max Ellis, no. Tip is no good underneath by Collins. Underneath, whoa, basket good and 1. Howie Woo with the bucket. And he'll go to the free throw line with a chance for 3. That was some good rebounding, good interior, very physical underneath. Good interior game there for the Tribe. Woo looks a little bit dazed, man. He took a shot. Yeah, it's physical. It's getting very tough underneath the basket. And right now, St. John Bosco winning the free throw battle, if there is such a thing, because it's been one-sided. But Wu comes up short, and the rebound comes down to Mekhi Tucker. Here's Tucker with the high dribble. Then between the legs, terminates. Looks like a 2-3 zone. They find a little opening in the middle, and that was Diop. And Tucker had it. And now the penetration underneath. The reverse layup attempt was a wild shot by Parker Robinson. And here comes the Tribe. Oh, what a move underneath, but Brandon McCoy could not finish. Long rebound to McCoy. Outside, Collins. His pull-up, no. They tried to get an outlet pass. They had a man basket hanging, and then the turnover and the bucket for 2. Elsie Harrington with the basket. 3-point lead for the Tribe. 9 minutes remaining here in Las Vegas-ish. We are in the suburbs. Outside, that shot was no good by Adam Humidich. Humidich off the miss. 1 and done. And here's Brandon McCoy. McCoy and a reach-in foul. Now they're going to get that foul on Parker Robinson. So free throws every time there's a foul. Yeah, it was a hand check. Second personal on Parker Robinson. So McCoy goes to the free throw line. The Border League presented tonight by the United States Marine Corps. We thank them for their support of this broadcast. And stats are provided by Shot Tracker. Wholesale substitutions for OTE out of Atlanta, Georgia. Doug Martin, the head coach here. So McCoy taking his time. Will go back to the free throw line. Off the miss. McCoy with the follow. McCoy fadeaway off the right foot, and he puts it down. Back to a 6-point lead for the Tribe. And a turnover off. No, they're going to keep it the same direction. My bad. It'll stay with overtime elite. With 8.5 to go in the game. Talon Kinney to inbound. There's a turnaround. And that shot by Parker Robinson was good. And now some three-quarter court pressure being applied. Malik Thomas is on the ball as he's hawking LZ Harrington. And then McCoy backs it out. McCoy off the double team. McCoy's going to throw up again that fadeaway underneath. Whoa, with the basket for two. Howie Wu. 52-46 in favor of the Tribe. The kick out outside. And then that running one-hander, we're going to get a foul in the act. That'll go against Wu as picking himself up is Malik Thomas. So, yeah, even that overtime elite, they have a combine with all this talent. And, again, in case you joined us late, you have the option as they recruit high school and college-aged athletes. So either you take $100,000 worth of a scholarship for the opportunity to play there, and they have 8 teams that compete almost daily against each other, or you can turn professional and take the $100K. And the Thompson twins, not the artists from back in my day, but Amin and Osair Thompson, they took the money and they were drafted into the NBA. It's a 4-point ball game. On the attack, Bosco. 2-3 zone now. They're trying to attack it. That's Collins outside. His jumper's going to be way short. That's an air ball. And it's taken down by Mekhi Tucker. Tucker tuckered out, and Kinney had it. Now back to Tucker. Pull up, no. Side of the rim. It was short. Wu with the long rebound. And that three-pointer, that is up and good for LZ Harrington. 55-48. Good defense there. And the jump stop underneath. The basket is up, and that is good. And that was finished by Kai Rogers. And I think Malik Thomas on the assist. 5-point game, 55-50. It's been end-to-end action. Good pace out here. And the three-pointer, Harrington, is good. He drills it. 8-point advantage at 58-50 now. So once again, St. John Bosco extending the lead. And a traveling call in the lane on Mekhi Tucker. They tried to rush that possession, and it did not turn out well. Amari Evans checks back in. Max Ellis in for the Tribe. So Brandon McCoy out of the backcourt. McCoy. He went on the wing. Harrington's feeling it. He threw up an air ball. His last possession, he misses off the iron here. Back the other way. Talon Kinney, whistle, foul. Foul fest. Second personal on LZ Harrington. That's ELZIE. We are live on Ball Dogs on the YouTube channel. Hope you're enjoying tonight's coverage. Outlet pass, and McCoy lays it up and in. So he uses the rim effectively, and it's up to a 10-point lead for the Tribe with under 6 to go. Parker Robinson, I thought he traveled in the lane, but they're going to call a whistle and a foul. And that goes up against, that'll go against Christian Collins. Second personal on Collins. Not every foul should be free throws. I think we lost track of the number of fouls here. It started from the outset there in the first minute where I think there were 3 of them. Well, that fadeaway jumper is good by Malik Thomas. Thomas ranked 9th in the 24/7 rankings. 5-star athlete. And that fadeaway was sweet. In the lane, the shot is missed by Harrington. And the rebound comes out to Robinson. And the ball will stay in the possession of Robinson and OTE. Largest advantage in this game for OTE was, I think, 2 points. And there's Robinson, and that shot rattles down. So it's back to a 6-point game. Overtime elite just will not go away. McCoy. McCoy, now a switch on McCoy. Harrington, dribble penetration, lost the handle on the ball. It went out of bounds, but it went off of a defender for OTE. Chris Coleman checks back in. Howie Wu also comes on for the Tribe. Max Ellis checking out of the game. And Parker Robinson departs for overtime elite. It's hard to move Howie Wu in the post at 7 feet tall, and he's pretty thick. That shot's going to be an air ball on the fadeaway and straight out of bounds there by Brandon McCoy, that shot. So a chance now for overtime elite to cut into the lead. Malik Thomas had the crossover, hesitation dribble, pull-up jumper, 15, no. And the rebound comes down to the Tribe. Out of the backcourt, here's Christian Collins. Collins, a few spin moves, spin cycle, scoop it up, won't go down. Howie Wu on the rebound. He went up, and he was hacked. So Wu will go back to the free throw line. I don't think Howie Wu started this game with his index finger and whatever that finger is next to it all taped up. It's physical. It's getting really physical there. Okay, LZ Harrington checks back in. There's no free throws. This is crazy. So we'll have the inbounds under their own basket for LC Harrington. A very smart LZ Harrington. Harrington was being held up. He tried to scoop a pass underneath, or rather that was McCoy, stolen away. Length of the court, layup attempt, no good. Taylor Kinney fouled on the act, will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 with under 4 to go and a 6-point lead currently for the Tribe of St. John Bosco. Bosco, a perennial power in Southern California in both football and basketball. Jason Negro with the head coaching duties there for a while there. John Bosco, very, very strong football program. First free throw went down. Not cleanly, I might add. Second one is all net. They've struggled at the line, but they make them now when they count, and it's just a 2-possession game in favor of St. John Bosco. McCoy got pushed, and they wanted a foul. It's a lot of banging going on all over the court. Refs just letting it go. Shot clock is down to 17. Reach and foul, and that will go against Taylor Kinney. So there's a lot of pounding and pushing and shoving, and they get a ticky-tack reach-in. With 3:33 remaining, 4-point lead for the Tribe. Oh, this is fun. We'll keep it right here. The Border League presented by the United States Marine Corps. We appreciate their support. We have a good supporting cast here behind the scenes, and We appreciate everyone staying up late with us. This is better than the Pac-12 at night, this coverage. Our executive producer, John Albaugh, produced by Josh Bennett. And again, we're on Ball Dogs on the YouTube channel tonight. Tomorrow, a ton of action. So check out League Ready, and you will find some of the top stars in high school basketball. There are so many really good players here in attendance, and we're seeing some of them on display in this game. I'm impressed. A lot of these players, the four-star LZ Harrington, on the rise, Christian Collins, both of those players from the Tribe. Very much impressed with a lot of players, including Malik Thomas, Talon Kinney of Overtime Elite. Oh, yeah, also for the Tribe, Brandon McCoy has had a really good game. This one could come down to the wire. Inside, there's McCoy on cue. Lays it up and one. Okay, he said, you left me out of, your conversation there, so. So the finish through contact. McCoy at 6'4" at the free throw line. We do have those couches at courtside. Some of the coaches, well, this game kept them awake. If this were a blowout, a lot of those coaches might be sleeping on those couches about now. 1 out of 2 from the free throw line for McCoy in the lane off the miss. Diop went up, tried to grab the rebound, loses it, and back the other way, Brandon McCoy. McCoy stops. Here's Wu. Wu has it swiped away. Taken away from behind. And the other way, Jasper Johnson lost it in the lane, getting a little sloppy here. Here's McCoy. Dribble penetration, whistle, foul. Yeah, it's physical. Chris Coleman has some gauze in his left nostril. There is so much contact out there tonight. But I like this kind of basketball. Mr. Ref, do us a favor, though, as Coleman pulls up, throws up an air ball from distance. Follow-up by Collins, rolls out and back the other way. And the layup for 2. So Jasper Johnson with the bucket. 4-point game, out of bounds, 2, Overtime Elite with 2:36 remaining. So a chance to cut into this lead again. If this game ends on free throws, Overtime Elite will miss them. That's just the way the game's gone. Although free throw shooting for Overtime Elite has improved dramatically here in the second half. Talon Kinney with the basketball. They clamp the double team on him. He throws it cross court to the corner. Jasper Johnson. Johnson underneath the basket. He gets fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line with 2:19 to go. 62-58, the Tribe with the lead here. The Tribe out of St. John Bosco High School, Bellflower, California. I think they call that on Brandon McCoy. And here's Johnson, free throw good, out of the class of 2025 at 6'4". Mustafa Diop comes back in. Second free throw was good. 2-point lead for the Tribe. So OTE had some issues with free throw shooting, but those were 2 big free throws right there. As Brandon McCoy goes between the legs with the dribble. Underneath, I think there was a travel there. Yeah, it was the travel on Christian Collins. Nice entry pass down to the low block, and Collins shuffled his feet. So the turnover goes over to OTE Academy. 2:06 remaining at a 2-point game. Dominic Perfetti comes in, 6'7". Perfetti also plays lacrosse.
A technical foul for delay of game has been assessed to overtime elite.
We have a technical on overtime elite for a delay of game, and Harrington will go to the free throw line. So what is happening here? Are they going to shoot free throws? What are they doing? Was there a warning already once? What's happening here? So Harrington will go to the free throw line. And a chance to make it now a 2-possession game. So Harrington, the gym just got so quiet here. Even the lounge across the way, very quiet. And then the ball goes back to St. John Bosco after the technical foul. So what was a 2-point game, now up to 4 and possibly more than that. So now they're saying delay game should have been 1 shot. What are we doing? Everyone's perplexed, including head coach Doug Martin there for overtime elite. Okay, inbounds coming up. Let's get it going here. Brandon McCoy out of the backcourt. Under 2 to go. High post, Harrington. Harrington, pull up, jumper, swish. They just buried it, and that is up to a 6-point possession there. My goodness. 66-60, 2-possession game. Malik Thomas is going to drive, drew the foul. They won't count continuation. Yeah, they're not going to count the basket. Okay, foul goes against Brandon McCoy. And then Thomas will be at the free throw line. So he shoots 2 with 1:39 remaining in this one. Again, tomorrow, all the action will be on League Ready starting at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll have the call of about 100 games. Missed free throw. What else is new? Unfortunately, Thomas with the miss. And now Harrington. Harrington up top. Maintains the dribble. Guarded by Thomas, Harrington, and McCoy. It's been those two a bulk of the way. Step back. And that's a 2-pointer. No, they'll say 3. Let's give them 3. 69-62, the Tribe. Leads by 7. All coming here in the last couple of minutes. Okay, so off of the bucket by Talon Kinney. We're going to get a quick timeout for overtime elite. With 1:02 to go, it's a 5-point game. And I like how they count down the 30 seconds as well on these brand new scoreboards here at Coronado High School. We are live. We are here in Henderson, Nevada, Coronado High School. Coronado Hoops has got a good tradition here in town. And we're just outside the Strip. A very big weekend here in Las Vegas with all sorts of action. We've got NASCAR going out at the Motor Speedway. We've got the When We Were Young Music Festival for all of you people past their primes like me. And we've got all sorts of activity. Professional bull riders, right? They're in town this weekend too. And we have the PGA Shriners Open Golf happening. So a lot of teams last minute might have backed out of this tournament because the room rates, at last I checked, range from $500 to $800 a room, which is unheard of even by Vegas standards. Back to the live action. Brandon McCoy, Harrington. Oh, that's going to be a travel. Boy, that's a quick turnover. Perfetti turns it off over quick there. 5-point game. Let's see if OTE can cut into it once again here. 56 seconds left. Outside deep. Wow. Evans passed up the shot. And deep in the corner, that was Parker Robinson, who does not pass up the shot and drills the triple with 40 seconds remaining. Very quick foul off the inbounds. Okay, so Parker Robinson on the foul. Brandon McCoy back at the free throw line. 39 seconds left. 2-point game. Overtime lead just cut into this lead, which was 7 down to 2, and now back up to a 3-point advantage as McCoy makes good on the first of 2. Pretty smooth game. Yeah, I like him. 6'4". Not even phased at the free throw line. Second free throw. Of course, right? He misses it. Oh, the follow-up no good by Collins. Collins had the stick back. We're going to get a whistle and a foul. And this, who are they calling this on? This, Chris Coleman of St. John Bosco called with the personal. And so free throws coming up down the other end for overtime elite. Such drama. Such drama. Malik Thomas will be at the line.
Entering for the Tribe, number 5, Max Ellis.
So here's Thomas, the 5-star.
Malik Thomas at the line, shooting 2.
It's a 3-point game. So much has happened here in the final 2 minutes of this game. Makes good on the first of 2. It's down to a 2-point lead at 70-68 for the Tribe. Second free throw, Malik Thomas, and that is good. So it's a 1-point game. Mekhi Tucker checking back in. He is so quick. And he's going to probably try to go for a quick steal here. It's a 1-point advantage for the Tribe. OTE Academy made a couple of free throws. And the inbounds, here's McCoy. McCoy, man flops. And that was Tucker. And they're telling LZ Harrington to hang on to the ball. There's a 5-second differential. Shot clock is down to 11, down to 10. Crossover move outside. It's McCoy. Pull up, and he drills the 3. Well, we'll call it a 2, 72-69, with just 10 seconds remaining. Big shot. So a 3-point lead for St. John Bosco's The Tribe over OTE Academy. It's been a good game. It's been a physical game. It's been a tight game here, especially in the second half, just back and forth after Bosco looked as though they were going to run OTE off the court. End-to-end action coming your way tomorrow on League Ready. And we'll start off at 2 o'clock with Big Red against Bella Vista CIA Nike and that team. The Tribe in action at 4:30 Pacific time tomorrow against Wasatch Academy out of Utah. And we will have that game for you. And our final game later on, we have a bunch of games in between. We'll see that top team from Utah Prep playing against the Florida Rebels. 8:15 Las Vegas time, 9:30 Millennium and DME Academy. Yeah, wall-to-wall action. The Explorers play live on League Ready tomorrow, so check it out. It came in bounds, 6 seconds. Malik Thomas outside, chucks up a three, rolls out, and off the scramble, that'll do it. That will do it. The Tribe of St. John Bosco hangs on for a 72-69 victory. What a nice game to start off all of our coverage tonight, of course, on Ball Dogs locally here in Las Vegas. And you, of course, could check it out. And I know many of you did on their YouTube channel. So please support those guys because they do a terrific job covering prep sports across the board. So once again, the final score, the Tribe defeating OTE Academy, and the final count in this game was 72-69. The Border League presented to you tonight by the United States Marine Corps and stats provided by Shot Tracker. For our entire crew here in Las Vegas, our executive producer, John Albaugh, produced tonight by Josh Bennett. And, of course, tomorrow, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we start our coverage on League Ready, so please tune in then. I'm Tony Cardasco, and again, the final score, the Tribes of St. John Bosco, 72, and Atlanta's OTE Academy, 69. Have a good night.